It's often said that when you make passion your profession and social welfare your mission, life can never tire you out. And my guest tonight is a woman who signifies exactly that. A parent, a beauty expert, an entrepreneur, and a staunch supporter of single mothers, Tara Roux, the owner of Kalm Holistic Beauty, is a woman with a mission of transforming the beauty industry of Dubai, and she's backed by an army of single moms. I'm really interested in knowing about how you started your career in the beauty industry.
Well, I started my career quite early on. By the age of 19, I was working in London, and I was working for Elizabeth Arden. And that's kind of how I got into the cosmetics industry. By the time I was 24, I came out to Dubai, and I worked for Lancaster. So the beauty industry for me was very different here than London. I think where I really truly started my journey is when I actually visited a fortune teller.
Interesting, okay.
Yeah. And she basically said to me during that reading that I would have my own business. And at that point, I was really in my corporate life, and I really didn't believe her. I thought...
And you had no idea of starting your own business?
No. Okay. And she said it'll be something to do with like natural products. And she said, you're going to open one, and then you're going to open another one. And she said, and you're going to be successful. And of course, I was very inspired, but I didn't really believe it. But in that reading, there were other things that she told me that started to come true.
Okay.
And when those things started to come true, I really started to think about that conversation. And she planted that seed, and I found myself walking around beauty shows, looking at locations, thinking, maybe I could do this, maybe, you know? And then I found myself just writing business plans, kind of in my spare time. And I think I've also been inspired, have you read The Secret?
Oh, of course.
Yes, yeah, so that's really inspired me as well. And I really believe in that now.
The law of attraction.
The law of attraction, because, you know, the fortune teller planted that seed. And then when I saw the other things starting to come true in my life, I really believed it. Yes. And then when you believe in something and you want it so badly, it comes to you, you know? I mean, I didn't sit on my sofa at home praying that it would come to me. You have to go out and get it.
Totally.
And it's been
very hard work.
You have to hustle
to, you know, get
there. Yes, exactly. Again, the cards just fell into the path. You know?
Because you were working hard and you were going after it.
Yes, exactly. And just having that vision.
True. Tara, a business like this obviously needs a lot of investment. How did you go about having that?
In terms of investment, at the time, we had a property in Dubai. So it was pre-2008, and we made some money from that property, and I used some of that funds to invest in this business, but I did get myself a partner. Okay. Because I was anxious to put all the risk myself, and I really didn't know what I was doing. I had a dream, and I just was determined. I wanted to share that risk with somebody else. For the first 3 years, I had to keep doing my job and then doing the spa as well. So I'd work from 9 till 6 in my job, and then from 6 till 9 I'd go to the spa. And I did that for 3 years. So I needed her to be there more in the day because I couldn't be there because I had my job. So, and I had to do that financially because I've got kids, and we couldn't afford for me to just stop earning.
Stop earning.
And when you
Which is actually such a smart way, and I know this discussion I have with a lot of my friends who want to start is, a lot of times they just want to leave their jobs and then start their businesses. And I always say, if you can carry on with your job and then start focusing on the business, it's just a great place to be in.
It is. You know? It's hard work though.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but it's safer.
It is, yeah. No,
and it really makes you learn a lot of things.
It does.
Although I didn't do that. I literally left and started my own business.
Oh, really? Okay.
And that's why I tell people that, you know, if you have an option, then it's a great idea to do that.
Absolutely. So, and I always saw myself one day being on my own, actually. So, yeah, it's worked out fine, but it's been hard work. I mean, I cannot. I look back at when I started, and it was an incredible journey, but I don't know if I could ever go back there again.
Oh my God, I sometimes go back to those days 11 years back, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how I did it.
No, I know.
You're way younger and
yes.
you know, more enthusiastic,
yes,
and so much energy, and you
exactly.
put in so much.
Yes.
But will I be able to do that again?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, you just grow and you focus on other things. Another very interesting aspect of your business is that you employ a lot of single mothers.
I do, yeah.
Tell me, how did it all start?
Okay, so when I started Kalm, I started with 12 girls, and when I interviewed them, I always ask girls, you know, do you have a family? And 9 times out of 10 they do. And okay, that's great. What are you going to do with the kids? Because obviously if you're going to come to Dubai, what's happening with the kids? And they would, you know, again say, oh, my daughter or my son's going with mum or going with my in-laws. And I never asked at that point, you know, are you divorced, separated, single mums? I never asked. But when they came over, and I think also in an interview, they weren't comfortable offering that information. And I think a lot of them felt negative that they were single mums. And it wasn't until they came to Dubai and I started to get to know them that I worked out very quickly that pretty much out of my 12 girls, 10 of them were single mums.
Wow.
And
that's a huge number.
It's a huge number, and I started, you know, and I started to say to them, you know what, don't be negative about this. Don't be, because it's amazing.
It's
You're
not
here.
a shame. Yeah.
No, it's not a shame. You're here. You've got yourself a job.
Got to be proud of it.
You should be proud of yourselves. You're now sending money back home. You're now able to send your daughter or son to a better school, because a lot of the women, when they arrive here in Dubai, they have nothing, and it was just, you know, really shocked me that they'd have no confidence, or they wouldn't have anything, and then within like 3 months,
you'll see it,
they
transform.
Yes, blossomed. You know, suddenly they're, you know, looking more glamorous and they're more confident and
body language and energy, everything
exactly.
changes.
I also find with single mums, they work really hard. They're very serious.
Dedicated.
They're dedicated because they've only got themselves to rely on, and I've had really good experience with them. You know, so for me, succeeding obviously is having a successful business, but it's being able to help people watch their kids grow and just to be able to contribute something in their lives.
I think your business really becomes very empowering when you start giving back, and that's how you're giving back.
Yes.
You know, employing
exactly.
these women who really need help.
Absolutely.
And when you see the difference in their lives and in their kids' lives, I'm sure it makes you feel amazingly happy.
No, it does. And what was amazing is when we got onto the front of the Express newspaper, which was amazing, the amount of women, extra women that started coming into Kalm, just showing that women support women.
Yes. That's
women
so beautiful.
Support women. And that's
why you're on the show.
But when women
because we went through, you know, my producer and director actually read that, and that's how, you know, we were like, oh, she was like, we must feature her, and that's why you came on the show.
Right.
It just instantly connects.
Yes, yeah. But it's just amazing when women help women. What amazing things we can do as women as well.
True.
You know.
Absolutely.
So
we can change the world.
Absolutely, girl power.
So 5 years down the line, how far have you come as an entrepreneur and as a woman?
As a woman, I've grown hugely, and I'm grateful for it, because I think the person that I am today, compared to 5 years ago, I like the person that I've become.
Yeah,
you know,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I like it because it's like I'm helping women, empowering women, and I feel very grateful to be where I am.
As a professional, how far have you come?
Oh gosh, I mean, you know, when I look at when I started Kalm, I didn't have any salon knowledge. I just had business knowledge. And today, you know, I've got 2 businesses now. So I opened one, and then after 3 years, I opened the second. And, you know, my salon knowledge, business knowledge is just exploded as well.
Absolutely.
So,
even if you had business knowledge, I'm sure it's very different when you are on your own.
Absolutely.
What are the tips you would like to give entrepreneurs?
I think the key tip is just to remain determined. You have to be determined and don't give up. You know, there are days where, especially in the beginning of a journey, where you just think, I can't do this. It's just too difficult, and I'd just rather go back to what I was doing. And the answer to that is no. If you really want something, you know, you've got to go for it, and there is no free lunch in life. It never happens. So my top tip is remain determined and be strong and really go after what you want.
What I like most interesting about your story is that, of course, you went to a fortune teller, but everything actually started with that seed that she planted in your head. And I believe everything starts from our mind. You know, if we start thinking about it, we manifest it.
Yes, absolutely.
And one fine day, we just have it,
yes,
you know, in real time. And that's exactly what happened to you.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me on the show. It's been lovely to meet you.
Pleasure.